Hey guys, welcome to this week's Sunday Spin, where we take the music that we're spinning this week and sharing it with you guys. I'm Terry. Normally this is Laura, but unfortunately Laura is still stuck in traffic. It's been kind of a, comedy of errors to try to get her in studio today. So actually who I have is Andy from Sell the Heart Records. Andy, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate having you here. So just, briefly, we'll talk a bit. You have one of my new favorite bands. I am absolutely obsessed. If you haven't watched this show, you need to go back a few episodes and go check out this band called Neckscars. They came out with an album, I want to say June? I want to say maybe around June, July, called Don't Panic. It is an absolute banger. You guys really do need to stop everything and go check it out. But you have other fantastic wicked bands on your roster right now. Can we just kind of go through them right now?
Yeah, sure. Terry, first of all, thanks a lot for having me on the show. This is really awesome. I know that with Laura not in the mix, she's apparently very busy, so understandable, but I appreciated you extending the invite, so thank you. Sell the Heart Records is a label that I started about 10 years ago. In the last couple of years, been ramping it up, and like you mentioned, over the last year, been really working with some really great artists. Like you mentioned, Neckscars, really awesome band from out of the New York area, kind of a post-hardcore, almost got like a kind of a pseudo kind of like grungy vibe to them a little bit. It's I don't know, like a lot of bands that they have been heavily compared to are like Hot Water Music, Seaweed, Leatherface, or like Nuthin, kind of like that kind of throaty, kind of grisly, vocal style, but like, very pop forward, well, not pop forward, but like got a pop sensibility, good songwriting, great production. Like when I heard the album, when they presented it to me, I was like, dude, this is really good. Like, this is a really good record. And I was just like instantly taken into it. And then when I got a chance to actually talk with the guys, because I had never met them before, when I got to talk with them, I was like, dude, these guys are great. Like, they have totally all the right elements, exactly the type of band that I'd love to work with. So it was a really great matchup, and it's really done well. Like, it's been selling really well. I know that like you, people are still waiting for their copies to show up. So we appreciate everyone's patience, but it's a great record. And if you haven't checked it out, I'd highly recommend it. Another really great band that I know that you've showcased on the show as well is Heavy Seas, 3-piece outfit from out of the Chicago area. Kind of a bit of I wouldn't call them a super group per se, but it's members of like other bands like Jeff Dean, who's in Airstream Futures and Dead Ending. You've got the drummer from The Arrivals. You've got the bassist who's in another band called Hi Ho and a few other bands. So they're doing this really cool, like it's almost like a heavier kind of indie rock shoegaze kind of punk vibe. So it's kind of blending all those styles. Reminds me of like some of the bands from like the 90s, like Jawbox and, bands of that ilk. So if you're into that kind of sound, like kind of Discord Records kind of sound, you might really dig them. Shout outs to some of the other bands that I've worked with, like Decent Criminal, who, they're really killing it.
We love them.
We released a 3-song, well, it's technically a 4-song EP, but it's only 3 songs on the digital. You have to buy the record to get the 4th. But, for them, it was kind of like a neat turning point because, it kind of takes that punk energy that they had, and now they're kind of like bringing in other influences and other types of approaches to the songs. And I think it's really showcasing a lot of that, like a certain level of maturity on their end. And it was really well received. And like, we're really stoked to be a part of bringing that to the forefront. Us and we worked with Gunner Records from out in Germany on that record. Most recently as well, like one of the last releases that we announced was a Rancid and Out Come the Wolves tribute album, where we basically have it's Sell the Heart Records and Lava Socks Records, which is another Bay Area punk rock label, which is ran by the bassist from the band Sarcasm, who, if you haven't checked out Sarcasm, check them out. And we basically get a bunch of bands to each cover a song from And Out Come the Wolves and essentially remake the album from start to finish. And so far it's been pretty well received. We actually sold out of our first pressing really fast. Wow. And so we're on the second pressing right now, so it is available for you to pick up. Unfortunately, it is going to take a little while for us to get that second pressing because, just across the board, as everyone knows, vinyl turnover is just crazy. So anyways, that's kind of what we got going on. We have a few more records to announce for coming up later in the year, but yeah, that's been our year.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about kind of what you're doing at Sell the Hearts and some news you got there. But I'm going to go into who my pick is for this week. And I have not been stopping spinning these guys. These guys are Catbite with their album Nice One. They're Philadelphia ska. They came out with this album just last week. It's 10 songs, 30 minutes long with Bad Time Records. I just really love it. The first song opens up with Asinine Aesthetic. It opens up with a really nice, solid rock riff. And the cool thing about this album, and I found this to be throughout all the songs, is that it's kind of touching that late 60s, early 70s, almost leading up to mid-70s vibe, between kind of like that surfing rock, a little bit of funk, but then you tie in the ska, and I found this to be really cool. I haven't found a lot of bands that really skirt within that style. So it really kind of hooked me in right now. Britney's voice, if you don't know the lead singer Britney, amazing. I always find her voice to have a little bit of sweetness to it, but this song, especially with the song, is complete edge, which kind of surprised me from her. You know, like, I know she has such a beautiful, powerful voice, but this was just amazing. It kind of really blew me out of the water. The song itself is fun. It kind of really does build up as the song goes up, and then you kind of find yourself just dancing right in the chorus, because it's just that build up, and like it's actually built up throughout the sentences too. So like you have it kind of just doing a nice hard edge Britney, and then boom, and then just kind of hard edge Britney, boom, and then the chorus just really comes on, and it's really just a layering of styles and a really good build up. So I really enjoy that. The backup vocals, if you don't know, is her husband Tim. I find Britney and Tim to be, you know, ska couples goals. I don't know, maybe hashtag couples goals, because together they are the yin and yang of ska in their music. And if you haven't just heard Catbite, but them themselves, beautiful. So they really nailed the song. You know, you get that two-tone ska, and I think that really showcased itself within the song, so you really need to check it out. The next one's a little bit softer song. I really found it to be catchy. It's called Excuse Me Miss. So catchy. I really find myself belting this one out, especially the chorus. But the meaning behind it, I found it to be like a little bit different, because it is that little bit edgier, darker meaning. The song itself is about being in a toxic relationship where you keep yourself up all night wondering if they're feeling the same way about you, and, you know, like kind of just wondering everything, to the point where you almost drive them away and lose everything. So it kind of, the meaning behind the song, I found it to be very powerful. The song itself is incredibly powerful, especially in the chorus, very catchy, very, you know, that song definitely has that bit more pop ska, that bubblegum definitely follows through, a little less edgier than their other songs, but it's fantastic. The last song I'm going to talk about, because it was definitely one of the harder songs in this album. It's a shorter song, but I really enjoyed it, called Lipstick Lines. Opens up a little bit ominous, and I didn't know exactly where the song was going on, and I kind of found it to be almost like horror punk, kind of that musical, almost theatrical type of music, definitely skirted within that late 60s, early 70s to mid 70s style with the funk. Definitely just, you know, you have that ominous, and then it's like a slap in the face, and the song just starts and you're like, holy smokes. And, you know, the song is edgier. Britney's voice really comes through on this one. But I really enjoyed it. They have this solo that comes through, and I think they use the tenor sax for this, and he nails it. Just absolutely rocks it. I found myself really dancing to this one. The whole album is fantastic, guys. A little bit more trumpet heavy than sax, so that's why I was kind of drawn to Lipstick Lines, because that reason I used to play sax. But fantastic all around. Make sure you guys go pick up a copy. They're still, I believe, on a pre-sale for their vinyls, but they have several variants. Make sure you go check them out. They're gorgeous. And yeah, I guess this takes us to our shout out portion now. Normally Laura and I would shout out something, but I kind of want to know what's going on with you guys at Sell the Heart Records. So Andy, anything cool going on? I know you guys do have like a month club, or a club of the month, or
well, not necessarily it's not a monthly thing. It's more like an annual thing. So what we offer is we offer two different types of kind of subscription services. We have one that's just through our Bandcamp, where if you sign up and you pay, it's as little as $3 a month, you basically get every single record that we have digitally. And
That's
so
awesome.
so everything in our back catalog, as well as anything that we put out, as long as you remain a subscriber, you would essentially have ownership of. So you could download it, you could have a copy, for yourself, and there's no, commitment to stay for longer than you want to stay. So, I mean, not to plant this seed, but anyone who wants to, you could just come on for a month, take everything, and then leave. I don't encourage you to do that, because that's honestly kind of a shitty thing to do. But, you could do it if you really wanted to. But
don't do that.
Nonetheless, the way that I kind of frame it is this, though, is that if someone were to stream those songs, it would take like 750 streams to equal $3, right? So as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather somebody just pay the $3 and take the album and then just walk away, than try to stream it 750 times. So you know what I mean? It's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But anyway, that's one option. We also have you can pay $5 a month there, and every 6 months that you're a subscriber, you get to choose one physical LP, and we'll send it to you as long as we have it in stock, and that includes shipping. So that's the Bandcamp option. And then we also have an annual vinyl subscription, which is separate. You can find that at our Big Cartel store. It's just selltheheartrecords.bigcartel.com. And you just pay one flat fee, and you're going to get up to 7 of our physical releases through the year. And, it's limited in scope. We only have 20 spots open for it. And I think right now we're at 11 that are filled, so we still have 9 that are open. But you get 7 records, and it's all shipping included. We also have 2 tiers, so if you pick the higher tier, you get some of our back catalog albums as well. And then we also have a t-shirt that comes with that higher tier. And one of the cool things that we have here, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
You get one of these cool slip mats.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you put this on your turntable, and it's like our revised logo. But so I mean, it's like the one flat fee. Like I said, you'll get everything that we're putting out this year, up to 7 of the physical releases. And that's really what I think is like the best deal in town, because we're effectively giving them to you at cost at that point.
Yeah.
So I highly encourage you to check it out. And Sell the Heart Records, I think caters to people who have a little bit more of an eclectic taste. Like we have some punk, we have some indie rock, we have some post rock, some post metal, stuff that kind of teeters on like the goth or dark wave stuff. So it's kind of a mixed bag, So we're actually shortly going to be announcing our first ska band. So it's going to be kind of fun. Yeah.
I wonder who it is. Oh my goodness. Now it's going to be working up here. Now I'm going to do my shout out real quick. It's from Colin Dead. Their single just dropped called Fight of the Bumblebee. And if you love hardcore like I do, you're going to love this song. This song's going to make you just want to tear your living room up. This was released just past in July. It was part of a single for the BC times BC Live. I believe it's a split. The song is a wicked combo of hardcore and skate. Real quick, while I still have you, Andy, have you been spinning anything this week?
Yeah, absolutely. The brand new album, Distant Populations from Quicksand. Ooh. I mean, Quicksand is hands down one of, I think, the best kind of post-hardcore bands out there. If not, I don't know. It's hard to pick just one, but they're one of them for sure. And like anything that Walter Schreifels puts his hands on, I think is just solid gold. Like everything from Rival Schools, Gorilla Biscuits, Quicksand, and just this new album kind of came out of nowhere and just it drops like a bomb. It's incredible. I mean, it's everything that I wanted it to be. Yeah.
Awesome. So I cannot wait to hear it out. So real quick before we go, music video this week is coming to you from Suzi Moon. If you don't know Suzi, you will if you come to Camp Punksylvania, September 9th, 10th, and 11th at Artemas in Artemas, PA. We got The Queers, we got Blue Glow Skulls, we've got, Filthy Lowdown, Suzi Moon, Tire Sex, and Antagonizers ATL. We've got a bunch of bands. We've got a whole lot of bands. Public Servants is there too. So yeah, make sure you catch her. I believe she's playing this Saturday. We will be playing her video, Nuthin To Me, at the end of this. Andy, again, thank you so much for being here. If people wanted to check out your stuff, where would they need to go?
You can go either to our website, it's just selltheheartrecords.com, which will then provide you links to all the other spots. If you just want to go to our Bandcamp, it's selltheheartrecords.bandcamp.com. If you want to just go to our store, it's selltheheartrecords.bigcartel.com. And then, we're available on Facebook, IG, Twitter. We have a TikTok. We're everywhere.
I didn't know that. I'm going to have to check that out. All right, guys. Well, I hope you all have a fantastic week. We will see you guys next week. Bye.